Trump remains still as the verdict is announced. At the Donald Trump hush money criminal case, there were several very painful minutes of quiet before the court officer's voice could be clearly heard around the room. She asked to read the verdict aloud to the jury, and the foreman started in a steady, even tone. The air in the courtroom turned to stone when the first guilty verdict was announced. As the wave of guilty verdicts echoed through the chamber where he had spent 7 weeks on trial, Trump remained immobile at the defense table. He never recoiled or showed any physical reaction at each guilty. By the time the foreman finished, Trump was the first former US president to be found guilty of a felony. It appeared as though Trump would spend the night in his Manhattan building, fate unknown, 20 minutes earlier. Shortly after 6 p.m. local time, the judge entered the courtroom and said that the jury will be dismissed for the day in 30 minutes. He then went to speak with them. Mr. Trump and his lead defense lawyer, Todd Blanche, huddled close at the defense table, joking, while they passed the time. They appeared to be long-time friends enjoying a good joke, and Mr. Trump even gave a rare sign of laughter, shaking his shoulders. But as time went on, the judge was still absent. Justice Merchan showed up in a flash of black robes a few minutes later, his face mysterious. He said that the jurors had a memo and a decision. They were prepared, even though it had taken them longer to complete the necessary documentation. The air changed. The sound of reporters typing frantically was all that could be heard. "All rise," a court officer abruptly declared. Jury entering. The 12 filed past Trump one by one as the entire courtroom stood to make way for them. Justice Merchan requested the jury to confirm their decision in the same calm manner that he had throughout the trial. The foreperson said they had. Following the initial guilty verdict, 33 more guilty verdicts added a crushing weight. Trump remained motionless at the defense table, his lips pressed firmly as the judge was given severe looks by his attorneys, Todd Blanche and Emil Bove, who were seated opposite him. Trump turned his head to face each juror as they answered, following their faces one by one as they confirmed the verdict of guilty. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office filed 34 counts of business record falsification against Trump. He was guilty of everything. Prosecutors claimed that shortly before Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, adult film star Stormy Daniels was given $130,000 to remain silent over an alleged sexual encounter, with the consent of Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen. Subsequently, Trump was charged with authorizing a deceptive plan to pass off Cohen's reimbursement as legal fees. He denied having intercourse with Ms. Daniels and entered a not guilty plea. Trump's furrowed brow did not change on Thursday following the reading of the verdict. His lawyers begged the judge to clear Mr. Trump, arguing that his former fixer had lied under oath by giving a devastating statement. "Refuted," stated Justice Merchan. The jury was subsequently commended by the court, who also noted the enormous weight that the 12 New Yorkers had carried. He informed them, "You were involved in an extremely demanding and stressful task. I genuinely respect your commitment and diligence. You paid the appropriate attention to this matter." With a heavy scowl, Trump got up from his seat when the court eventually adjourned. He remained silent. He briefly put his hand on his son Eric Trump's chest as he passed him. However, it was unclear who was consoling whom. Eric Trump had been seated behind him during the historic ruling. His son trailed him out the door a little while later.